Squirt, no! I cried as I raced into the living room. My 2-year-old brother was about to totter off the end of the coffee table. He stood wide-eyed, flapping his arms wildly for balance. With a bound, I sprang across the room and caught him before he hit the floor. Whew! Is he all right, Jessi? Asked my 8-year-old sister, Becca, rushing in from the kitchen. I soothed Squirt, who was now squirming in my arms. He's just scared. I forgot that he's climbing on everything lately. I can't take my eyes off him for a second. Squirt's Pokey Puppy video was still playing on the TV. Not long ago, he would have sat quietly on his big down pillow and watched it peacefully. But in the last few weeks, he'd turned into a little mountain goat, scrambling up everything he could find. He's okay. Let's finish the game, said Becca, as Squirt's sobs faded. I was just about to buy Boardwalk. Bring the Monopoly game in here, I suggested. That way we can keep an eye on Squirt while we play. Becca sighed loudly. Do we have to? I'll have to move all that money and the cards and everything. The houses will slide around. Why can't he come into the kitchen while we play? Because then he'll pull the pots out of the cupboard and we'll have to listen to him bang them, I explained. Squirt loves to bang, and it's hard on the ears if you're trying to do something else. Oh, all right, Becca grumbled. Squirt looked at me, his long black lashes wet with tears. Me boom, he pouted. I smiled at him and nodded, stroking his soft hair. Babysitting for a toddler and an 8-year-old at the same time wasn't easy. There wasn't much you could do that would entertain both of them. I had to give Aunt Cecilia credit. She was out for a few hours today, but she usually takes care of them while my parents are out. Aunt Cecilia came to live with us when Mama went back to work. What a difficult time that was. At first, I couldn't get used to Aunt Cecilia. I thought she was too strict and old-fashioned. Adjusting to Aunt Cecilia was especially hard because I was still trying to adjust to living in Stony Brook. That wasn't easy at first. Some of our neighbors weren't thrilled when a black family moved in. This shocked and upset me. Our old neighborhood had been integrated and color just wasn't a big deal. When we came to Stony Brook, it was the first time I'd ever felt different in any way. But we stuck it out, and things are much better. Our neighbors know who we are as people now. If any of them are still bothered, they keep it to themselves. And I've made some super terrific friends, whom you'll hear about very shortly. Not only that, I've also come to love Aunt Cecilia. I also appreciate how much she does for the family, and I'm sure glad I don't have to babysit for Squirt and Becca every afternoon after school. Not that I don't like to babysit. In fact, I love to babysit. I even belong to a club called the Babysitters Club, which I'll tell you about later. But maybe I have a little less patience with my own brother and sister. Or perhaps I was just feeling overwhelmed with everything I had to do that week. My schedule suddenly seemed to have hit complete overload. As it is, my schedule is plenty tight. I have school, ballet lessons twice a week, BSC meetings 3 times a week, BSC is short for Babysitters Club, and babysitting jobs all week long. Since my best friend Mallory Pike and I are 11, we only sit in the afternoons, or sometimes in the evenings for our own brothers and sisters. We're junior BSC members. All of this keeps me busy enough, but then Dawn, one of the members, left just recently. Since then, I've had to take more babysitting jobs than ever before. In fact, all the members have had to do that, and it's been hard on everyone.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.